Today I'm going to be showing you my N64 collection of all my cartridges. I'm not going to show any controllers or accessories or anything like that right now, but I'm just going to show you all the N64 cartridges that I currently have in my collection. The Nintendo 64 was the first console I ever played. I have 3 older brothers and a twin sister, so we grew up watching them play the Nintendo 64 a lot, so it's very near and dear to my heart. I see a lot of people kind of giving the N64 some, what's the word? Giving it like some bad reviews and saying that it's a crappy console, which, you know, to each their own. But to me, it's one of the best consoles. I love it so much. It's very nostalgic, and it's probably at the top of my list, if not number 1 for my consoles. So let me show you my collection. To start out, I have The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Of course, that's a really popular game. And I bought it like this with that little M on it. But yeah, this is a really fun game. Just your basic open world game. And it's just so much fun. Very iconic. A lot of people love it. I feel like if you get this console, you definitely need to have this in your collection. So there's that one. And then I have another classic, Super Mario 64, of course. I believe this came out with the console when it launched, but this game, it's in pristine condition, really good condition. You always want to make sure it has that little imprint in the back just to make sure that it's real. I mean, I know people can unscrew the back and put them on there, but that's always a good sign. That little, I don't know if you can see it. Right there. But yeah, definitely check for that. But when in doubt, just open it up. All right. The next game I have is Turok Rage Wars. This one's a lot of fun. It's a shooter game. I really like shooter games. Some of my favorite games are shooters. I love that the N64 had a bunch of different colors of cartridges. There's something just so special about that. In certain games, sometimes they'll even have, like, let's say they have Super Mario 64. Certain games will have different colors, but it'll still be the same game. And then, depending on the color, sometimes the color can make it more valuable. All right. Then I have Yoshi's Story. This one's so much fun. Yoshi deserved his own N64 game. Yoshi's just so much fun. This game, I love Poochie so much. But yeah, this one's great. If you don't have it, get it. It's not that expensive either. I think it's only like $30, or at least I think that's what I paid for it. And then I have WWF No Mercy. This game, it wasn't my favorite, to be honest with you. No offense to anyone that loves it, but my sister really liked it, so we had to play it a lot. Then here's another WWF game, Warzone. Played this one a lot too, just because she loved wrestling back in the day. My brothers would watch it on TV a lot, so I think that's why we really liked it back then, or she did. Definitely a good game to have, though. This game I remember so much. It's Army Men, Sarge's Heroes. They have, I think, 2 other games on the Nintendo 64 regarding Army Men. But this game is so much fun. I love being, I think his name is Sarge. Or no, Grim. Grim. I love being Grim in this game. Sarge is the main guy. Then we have Super Smash Bros. Of course. This game is iconic. And as always, as everyone always says, it's kind of a friendship-ending game. But this game is so much fun. I have a lot of memories. I remember this game actually very vividly. When I was very young, my brothers had their friends over, and they would play this game all the time. And I remember seeing Pikachu on the screen and just loving Pikachu and being like, I need to play that game. But yeah, had to have that in my collection. Then 007 GoldenEye. of course. This game is awesome. First-person shooter. You can't go wrong with James Bond. The music in this game is very iconic. I see a lot of people talking about that nowadays. But the music, they should have, I don't know if they did, but they should have released like a soundtrack because it's super nostalgia-inducing and just awesome. But yeah, have to have that game. Then I have Win Back Covert Operations. If it's going to focus. There you go. I love it, though. This game is also a shooter game. It's almost like Metal Gear Solid, I would say. Very similar, but it's a lot of fun, and it's just different. I don't see a lot of people talking about this game that much. So when I saw it, I knew that it would be kind of a, I guess, hidden gem. But it's really fun. I love playing this game. Then I have Bust a Move 2 Arcade Edition, and this game is so much fun. I love this game. It's similar to Tetris. You just kind of get the right color and you'll get certain points, but I just really love this game, and it's fun to play with my sister, my best friend. We'll play it for a while. That one. And then I have Bust a Move 99. This one I actually prefer more than Bust a Move 2. I just like the aesthetic of it a little bit more, but I really like these games. They're so much fun. Very similar to Tetris. Then I got Excite Bike 64. This is just a racing game. Just something different than Mario Kart, because I love Mario Kart and I played it thousands of times, it feels like, but it's just fun to play a different racing game sometimes, just to mix it up and spice it up a little bit and not play the same old, same old. Then I have Mission Impossible. This game was a lot of fun. I probably never beat it, but I just remember, what is it? You think there's a lady in a red dress and you like shoot her with a tranquilizer or something like that. And I always remember that for some reason. Me and my sister thought that part was hilarious, but this is a really good game. Very cheap too, so I mean, I'm going to think every game I have is really good because I have it. Then I have Shadow Man. This game is super fun. It's very voodoo-y, kind of like voodoo magic. Just fun game. Acclaim made a lot of good games back then, and I feel like I have a decent amount of Acclaim games, but Shadow Man is a really good one. Then I have 007, The World Is Not Enough. This game is pretty fun. It's not as good as GoldenEye, but it's still really fun. It's similar to Excite Bike with Mario Kart. It's good to have several different shooters. That way, if you have 4 people over, or like you're having a party and you have 4 players, you can kind of mix it up and not play the same old game. And with this, I like that the cartridges are all kind of different. Like there's the 2 black up there, and then there's a lot of them that are gray, but I just love seeing the variation in color. Speaking of variation of color, I have Pokemon Stadium 2, and it has that gold/silver. It's kind of sparkly. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, I think you can kind of, just a little bit. But this game is so much fun. I love just playing free battle and doing the rental only and playing against my friends. But this game is probably, I don't know, I love this game so much, and it's the best N64 game, best Pokemon N64 game, in my opinion. Then I have Armorines, Project Swarm. This game is a lot of fun. It actually used to kind of scare me when I was a kid because I don't like spiders. And there's a lot of those kind of things in there, but now I'm not too much of a big, it doesn't bother me that much, I guess, but anymore, but it used to freak me out. But this game is a lot of fun, a lot of memories with this game. Basically just a shooter game too. Then I have Namco Museum. This has like Dig Dug, Miss Pac-Man, I think Pac-Man and Galaga, and a couple other games, Pole Position. This is really fun. It's just nice to have some old school arcade games, and I like that they ported this game basically to a lot of different consoles around this time, but I have the N64 version. Then I have Monopoly, and Monopoly is a lot of fun. When you have a group of people, it will absorb a lot of your time, but I just love this game because it's very nostalgic. It kind of reminds me of the early 2000s, playing Monopoly with your friends. It has that vibe to it. Then, of course, I have Mario Kart. Played this game thousands of times, it feels like, but my best friend moved to South Carolina, but before she did, every time she'd come over, we would play this, and we usually would start playing the N64, and this would be kind of like our warm-up game. Moo Moo Farm is awesome, and I love playing as Bowser. Bowser is my favorite character in this game specifically. Or Toad, but Bowser #1. Mainly because I like the fact that Bowser can be kind of a bully on the road. He can kind of like, you can kind of hit other people and you're almost like your own weapon. Or if they're speeding up into you, they'll hit you and spin out of control. But this game is so classic, and I feel like if you have a N64, you should definitely have this in your collection. Then I have Mario Tennis. I grew up playing this game a lot. I love this game. It's kind of hard at first, but once you get to the hang of it, it's a lot of fun. And I really like the character variation. That's what I like about this era of video games. The fact that there's such a variety in characters. I mean, there is now, but back then it was such a big deal. And it felt like such an advanced like step in the right direction. But there was a lot of different characters, and I don't know if Donkey Kong Jr. is on any other game, but you can play as Donkey Kong Jr. if you unlock him in this game, but I'm not sure if he's appeared in any other games, but that one definitely get. Then I have Iggy's Wreckin' Balls, basically like a racing game, different characters. It's really unique, in my opinion, for a racing game. There's a lot of those like hidden gems on the N64 that I feel like not a lot of people are talking about, and this is definitely one of them. It's a lot of fun, and I think that you should play it. And it's great for little kids too. If my nephews will play stuff like that, I haven't played this with them, but I could imagine that they would love this game because it's just fun and funny and different, and you can't go wrong with Iggy's Wreckin' Balls. I always wanted one of these cars when I was a kid. This is Beetle Adventure Racing, and this game is a lot of fun. There's a couple different ways to play. You can do the main game where you just do the races, and there's like several different stages, and I think as you pass the stages, you'll unlock them, but this game is so much fun. I love this game. Once again, a really good racing game for N64. Then I have South Park Chef's Love Shack. Of course, can't go wrong with South Park at this time. I feel like this is the most iconic era of South Park, at least to me, because I also grew up watching this, even though I probably shouldn't have, but I love South Park, and you can't go wrong with South Park. Then I have South Park, again, made by Acclaim. Like I was saying earlier, I have a decent amount of Acclaim games, I feel like. But this game is so much fun to me. I like it. I prefer it more than Chef Love Shack, but I really love this game. So many memories of unlocking all the characters and like hypnotizing each other. And I don't know. I love Cartman too. Cartman's my favorite. When I was a kid, I really liked Kenny, and I still do like Kenny, but Cartman's my favorite now. But this game is definitely a must-have, and I feel like this game has kind of gone up in value recently. I'm not sure why, but that's okay. I really like it though, and I would recommend that you get it too. Then I have Doom 64. This game is a lot of fun. It's pretty spooky, but that's why we love it. It's going to be great for the Halloween season coming up. Definitely kind of dark in certain areas of the game, but it's a really fun playthrough, and I would recommend you getting this too. I mean, I kind of recommend you getting everything that I have because I love all these games. But this is a really fun game. I don't feel like a lot of people are talking about Doom 64 on the N64. I think they ported this to other gaming platforms as well, but I'm not 100% sure. But definitely pick this game up if you see it for a good deal. Then Castlevania, the first Castlevania on N64. They have another one, but that one's pretty expensive, and this one was a lot cheaper. But I really like this game, actually. I haven't beat it 100% of the way yet, but I have played through a lot of it, and it's really fun. Screw Dracula, though. I don't like Dracula. Then Forsaken. This game is pretty fun. It's not on the top of my list, personally, but I do like it just because you're kind of floating around and shooting all the enemies. But this is a really cool game. Then I have Jet Force Gemini. This is really fun. You kind of go around shooting aliens and just exploring the world. Another shooter game. I love those, as you can tell, but I definitely would recommend this game. Rare did a really good job. I feel like back in that time, Rare was really big and they made a lot of good games. Then I have Blues Brothers 2000. This is kind of like an open world game similar to Ocarina of Time, and Mario 64, but it's just different. You kind of collect those music notes. You can kind of see it right there. But I love this game just because the Blues Brothers. And I don't feel like a lot of people are talking about this game, and it's not like the best game, but in terms of the design, I really like the design. Then I have Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. This game is a lot of fun. Basically like a stealth, similar to like Metal Gear Solid and Covert Operation Winback right there. Similar to that game, but you're in the dark and there's a lot of snipers, and it's a lot of fun though. You can kind of just take your time going through it, and you can't go wrong with this game. My brother used to play it a lot too, so that whole factor kind of plays into my love for the game. The fact that I watched him play it growing up. Then I have Pilot Wing 64. Can't go wrong with Pilot Wing 64. This game is so much fun. Just even to mindlessly fly around and not actually try to play. I feel like that's what I did a lot when I was a kid. So I really love this game. And it's very nostalgic to me. Then I have Rugrats Scavenger Hunt. I love Rugrats. I remember watching that when I was a Rugrat. And I really loved the games that they had. There's another game too for the Nintendo 64. I think it's Rugrats in Paris. But this game is just fun. It's great for kids too if you have them. Or if you have like nephews and nieces. It's great to keep them preoccupied with Rugrats. Then I have Pokemon Stadium, the first one. This one's pretty fun. I prefer Pokemon Stadium 2, personally, just because there's the whole second generation, and this is just the first one. But this is a pretty fun game, too. I would definitely recommend adding any Pokemon game from the Nintendo 64 to your collection. Then I've been playing this a lot lately, and I would say this is probably my favorite Nintendo 64 game, just because I've played it at least 1,000 times, and I'm not even exaggerating. I've probably played this game, I mean, ever since I was a kid. I have been playing this game, and I don't know, it's just a great game. I personally, and I might get a little flack for this, but I like this better than 007 GoldenEye. But I know that they use the same like template and like basically like the same hardware or whatever to build this game around, and I just feel like they upgraded a lot from GoldenEye 007, but it's made by Rare, and like I said, Rare was really, I feel like, at the top of their game when this came out. Then I have Body Harvest. This game is a lot of fun too. Another shooter game. You're kind of like a warrior, it seems like, and you're going through this town and protecting some of the townspeople from aliens, and you shoot them, and you can get in cars and drive around. It's a lot of fun. I definitely would recommend this game. Let me see if you can get, there's that little alien right there. I don't know if you can see it. Can you? There it is. Basically just taking over the world. Hopefully that doesn't happen in real life anytime soon. And then I have Chameleon Twist 2. This game is a lot of fun. I really like Sunsoft. And they have Chameleon Twist 1, but I have the second one, and I actually prefer the second one. There's a lot of cool levels on this game. Then I have Mario Party 3. You can't go wrong with Mario Party 3. This is actually probably my favorite Mario Party on the N64. I grew up playing Mario Party 1 a lot, but Mario Party 3 is my favorite. Just because Daisy's in it, and I just like the levels and the mini games. So much fun. And I guess since I'm talking about Mario Party 3, there's Mario Party 1, and then Mario Party 2. This game is really good, and if you had to have one out of the 3 on this console, I would recommend Mario Party 2, because it is so such a crowd pleaser. And Horrorland, I love Horrorland, and then Western Land you know, when you have a hoot nanny. That's an inside joke between me and my friend, but this game is very iconic and really good. I actually just recently got my nephews a copy for one of their birthdays. That way they can play it together. And then Mario Party 1. But Mario Party 3 is still my favorite personally, but would definitely recommend Mario Party 2 if you're going to get one out of the 3. Then I have Indiana Jones, The Infernal Machine. This game is so much fun. If you loved any Indiana Jones back in the day, you will love this game. It's similar to Ocarina of Time. I'm not sure if they use the same engine for this game, but this game is so much fun, and I would definitely recommend getting it. It's a little expensive, but I definitely would recommend you adding it to your collection. Then I have Buck Bumble. You're basically flying around and you're shooting the enemy and you're a bumblebee. It's a lot of fun. Can't go wrong with being a bumblebee. But I would definitely, once again, recommend this game. Last but not least, there's Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie. Banjo-Kazooie is such a classic. I remember going to a Hollywood Video back when I lived in the Midwest. And I remember renting this and not wanting to give it back because this game is a lot of fun. And I would definitely put this at the top of your list if you're looking to collect for N64. This game is so much fun, so I would definitely recommend that. And then you have to have Banjo-Tooie. I would say Banjo-Kazooie is better than Banjo-Tooie, but you kind of have to have Banjo-Tooie just because, no pun intended, just because it's a lot of fun and there's a lot more to this game than there was in this game. Like, you can be mumbo jumbo, and I love mumbo jumbo, and I was so thrilled when they actually made that a possibility in this game. All right, that is my Nintendo 64 game collection. If you see any games in here that you want me to play through, just let me know and I'll play them on my CRT TV. That's what I've been doing lately, and I post a lot of shorts doing that. But if you're interested, go ahead and watch those. But I'll definitely be playing some of these games in the very near future. But if you have a request, let me know. So many good games on this console. If I had more money, I would probably want a completed collection, but I don't have enough money for that. And this took a long time to accumulate. I don't even know how many games I have fully. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good day and stay cool this summer. Okay, bye-bye.